Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today what we are going to be going over is the 2024 presidential election. If the Republican nominee was Mike Pompeo, our current Secretary of State, and his VP pick, Josh Hawley, the current senator from the state of Missouri, against current Senator Elizabeth Warren from the state of Massachusetts and Representative Katie Porter from the state of California, whom she picked as her running mate. So this is, again, a 2024 presidential map. So the results might look a little different than, a typical presidential map. I mean, demographics are definitely trending in favor towards the Democrats, and it's going to be very difficult for a for a Republican to really win, but it is still technically, plausible, in a general sense. So, yes. Looking at all of these states, there are some general just likely states that we can just get rid of for the Republicans. I generally don't see any of these states going for a Democrat anytime soon, but it definitely is possible. Like the state of South Carolina, for example, definitely could go to Warren eventually. States for Warren, I think she would do very well in states like these. Actually, I think New Mexico and Colorado could be safe by the time it is 2024. It really just depends on who's going to win the 2020 presidential election, which is narrowing up day by day. Yeah, so with that, Warren and Porter have gotten closer to winning president. However, you do need to understand that Mike Pompeo, I don't think he's generally that popular all across the country. And especially if Trump were to lose, being tied to an administration like that is not necessarily good and could easily, provide a loss for them. Now that I think about it, I think I'm going to put South Carolina as a lean state. It's going to be, closer towards the 5% mark, but yeah. I think that Warren and Porter would win Wisconsin and Pennsylvania by lean margins. And I do think that Mike Pompeo and Josh Hawley would win Maine second by a lean margin. However, I do think Warren and Porter would win Nebraska second by a lean margin as well. I think Warren would win Arizona by a likely margin, if anything, actually, as she really does have a strong appeal towards Hispanic voters, as shown in the 2020 presidential primary for the Democrats. Texas, I think, would narrowly go towards the Republicans, along with the state of Georgia. However, I think Warren would win the state of Florida and the state of North Carolina. Actually, no. I don't think she would win the state of North Carolina. North Carolina would stay with the Republicans very narrowly. However, I do think Warren would win Iowa by a tilt margin. However, I don't think she would win the state of Ohio. So, yeah, this would be my general overall 2024 presidential prediction between Elizabeth Warren and Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo, not necessarily a very popular candidate. Warren, a somewhat popular candidate, a kind of progressive who did alienate a lot of her base back in 2020, alienating the Sanders part of, the progressive movement. However, I still do think that she would bring a lot of people together, progressives and moderates, and Mike Pompeo and Hawley. I just generally think that they may not be well liked enough across the country to win. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and thank you.